Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shai. So we got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Quarash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether they can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Atwa who are listening and learning, a few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from GMS Orlando Camp coming at you another lesson in true facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification, the Lord's willing, is be edifying. And I titled this lesson, Mastering the Will of Yahweh Shema Shai through faith and fear, or through fear and faith. Mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shai through fear and faith. The Lord wants us on point. Because we got to do what? As it said in Galatians 6:1, we are to restore a spiritual man. It says every man that is spiritual, restore such an one. You studying to show yourself approved to do what? So you may be able to teach, to spread the word to others. So how you do this is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. And it's simple. The Lord just wants us to teach the word, man. All he wants to do is teach the word. So I'm going to start with this. This is mastering the will of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, through fear and faith. That's how simple the Lord is. When it comes to his when it comes to the apple of his eye, which is the Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. So this is 2 Timothy 2 in verse 15. And it reads, it's a matter of fact, let's start at verse 14. 2 Timothy 2 and 14. Of these things, put them in remembrance, who? The hopeful elect, charging them before the Lord that they should strive not about words to no profit, but to the subverting of the hearers. To do what? To come to the truth, man. Like this is the only way. You got to go through the straight gate. Study to show thyself approved. This is the point. This is how you get these people. This is how you tell a person you got to repent, convert. It's a subverting of the hearers. Let me read this again. 2 Timothy 2 and 14. Of these things, put them in remembrance of what? We're trying to get back to our original habitation. That's the whole deal. We're trying to get back to our original habitation. We're trying to we praying and hoping that Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, shows mercy, man, and that we be part of the elect. It say of these things, put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord that they strive not about words to no profit, right? Hey, Babylons, that's why I say all them Babylons that ain't gonna help with the kingdom, with the tabernacle of David being built, man. So it say, strive not about words to no profit, but to the subverting of the hearers, right? Study to show thyself approved unto power, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. This is how you reach the flock, man. Rightly dividing the word of truth. When you do this, study to show yourself approved. This is how you're able to give answers. This is how you able to guide the flock, man, to where they supposed to be going, down the right path. This is First Peter 3:15. But sanctify the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah power in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks of you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is mastering the will of the Lord, which is just teaching the word, man. Staying diligent, keeping your hand on the plow, man. This is Galatians 6:1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in fault, which we all once was, with plantation Christianity, right? The philosophies of the world. You either keeping up with the Joneses, right? That's to sum it all up. Keeping up with the Joneses. It said, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, which we all was in plantation Christianity, philosophers of the world, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in a spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest I be also tempted. So, how do you master the will of Yahweh Shema Shah? Studying to show yourself approved. So you can do what? Feed the sheep, man. This is Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 4. According as he have chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh Shah Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. The will of the Lord is to teach the word, man. And the more you exercise, you gain experience, man. Right? This is Joshua Salaki, Judges 5:11. This this is how you master the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. It ain't some deep thing you gotta do, man. You don't gotta learn pre-algebra and geometry and trigonometry or trigonometry, however you pronounce it, and be a chemist, man. The Lord ain't looking for chemists, man. He ain't looking for no chemists. He looking for a simple Jake that feel Yahweh Shema Shah, and his faith is built up on 1,000, man. That's it. This is how you master the will of the Lord, man. This is Judges 5:11. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers, which is what? The missiles, in the places of drawing waters, which is what? Captivity, servitude. There, well, Babylon the Great, shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. This is how you master the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. Even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Meaning what? You're supposed to be a rebuker. Hey, that's why I say in Jeremiah 5 that they judge not the cause of the fatherless, right? It said that they shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. So it's supposed to be watchers watching over the congregation, man, watching over the flock. When they go off, you got to remind them. You're supposed to keep them on point. That's what a watcher do, man. He blow the trumpet, man. It say, then shall the people of the Lord Yahweh go down to the gates. What's at the gates? The elders. The ones that got the ones that tell you in the ancient time we had to go to the gates, man. Because that's where the elders was at, man. Okay? So that they shall go well to the straight gate. They shall come into the flock. It say, then shall the people of the Lord Yahweh go down to the gates. Meaning they coming into the fold, man. They coming into the fold. That's what it's talking about. So, rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, this is how you master the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. This is Matthew 5:48. And it reads, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect. And that's on this side, man. Right? That's on this side. How do you become perfect as possible as you can in this flesh on this side? Rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, right? It tell you in Proverbs, it's Proverbs 24:16. It reads, for a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, right? Making a point. It's Ecclesiastes 7 in verse 20. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not, right? So the Lord is saying, as possible as it is for you, to the best of your ability, you gotta become perfect on this side, man. By what? The righteous acts of the Lord, right? So a righteous man falls 7 times and get back up. Hey, and as I just read in Ecclesiastes 7, for there's not a just man on earth that sinneth not. But you get back up, man. You continue trying to be perfect as possible on this side. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. This is this is what Paul said. This is Romans 7:14. It reads, let's start at 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. This is a cold chapter right here, man. It say, and read again, Romans 7:12, because this is about mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, which is simple. It just study and show yourself approved so you can feed the sheep, man. But you have to be on point. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good. It say, what then? It say, what's then that which is good made death unto me? Power forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good, that sin by the commandment might become exceedingly sinful. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold unto sin, right? For that which I do, I will lie not. For what I would, that I not do, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. If then I do that which I would not, and I consent unto the law that is good, how then is it no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me? For I know that in me, that is, in my flesh, dwelling no good thing. Why? The flesh is carnal, right? For to will is present with me, which is the spirit, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. Because the carnal mind, man, the carnal flesh can take over, man. If the Lord ain't dealing with you, the carnal mind will take over, man, right? Romans 7:19. For the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that, I would not. If I do that, I would not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. Why? Because of the carnal flesh, man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind. This is the carnal flesh against the spirit, man. It say, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? That's why in Romans 6, it says this. Romans 6 and I'm going to start at 6. It's Romans 6 and 6. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, who Yahushua, the old man, right? That the body of sin may be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin. For he that is dead is free from sin. Being dead, what? You have put off the carnal, right? The old you. Now you put on the new. It say, for he that is dead is free from sin. Now, if we be dead with Hamashiach, we believe that we shall also live with him. So now you put on a new man, right? This is Ephesians chapter 4. This is Ephesians 4 and 22. This is Ephesians 4 and 22. And it reads, Ephesians 4 and 22, it reads, it say that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which we just read in Romans, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after power is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore putting away lying, speaking evil, Salakia, wherefore putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. You see? So, mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah is putting on the new man, the new mind, right? This is First Peter's chapter 1 and 23. Yeah, this First Peter's 1 and 23. Matter of fact, this First Peter's 1 and 22. Seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfeigned love of the brethren. Seeing you have purified your souls in obeying the truth, not by dipped in some water, by obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfeigned love of the brethren, see that you love one another with a pure heart fervently, being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the word of Yahweh Shema Shah, which liveth and abideth forever. So, putting on a new man, you done change. You don't have to, it say, let's get this. This is 1 Peter 4 and 1. For as much then as Hamashiach have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. This is how you master the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind, for he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin, the old man, right? That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, keeping up with the Joneses, but to the will of power. For the time past, our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. You see? So this is verse 13, 1 Peter 4 and 13. But rejoice inasmuch as you are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. If you be reproached for his name, for if you be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, For the spirit of glory and of power resteth upon you. On their part, he is even spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified because we come in mastering the will of the Heavenly Father Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai, mastering that will, man, is having the same mind as Yahweh Shai did when he was in the flesh, man. Now, this is Philippians chapter 2, because it said in Ephesians, right? Ephesians 1 and 4, Ephesians 1 and 5, it say, having predestinated us, we don't know we elect, we know we have been called to do the work though. Having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Hamashiach, by Yahweh Shah Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. So this is Philippians 2 and 13. For it is power which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Same thing is said in Ephesians. Verse 14, do all things, not some, not half, do all things without murmurings and disputings, right? Hey, it's cold how the Lord set it up, man, but it's simple. It's just like you been in training, man. How these devils put us through these schools, and we've been brainwashed with white supremacy, and you learning their ways of life and none of our ways. The same with the Lord said, we learn all our ways and none of their ways, man. It's reconditioning, man. To what? Truth, man. Order, learning, growing. It say that ye may be blameless. This is a cold precept. Philippians 2 and 13. For it is power which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. The Lord, through putting the spirit on, starting with the apostle Great Millstone, putting the spirit on brothers to master the will, man. By what? Studying to show yourself approved, man. Is his will. Ecclesiastes 1 and 14 said it was given to the faithful in the womb, man. Right? And it's only so long you're gonna run like Jonah, man. You ain't gonna keep running. Philippians 2 and 13, for it is power which worketh in you, and for it's Yahweh Shema Shai that worketh in us, both to will and to do of his good pleasures. It's not us. Right? Proverbs 16 and 9 say, hey, the Lord directed the steps, man. It's not us. He said, verse 14, do all things, everything, man. Everything that we do, how we act when we out and about, how we present ourselves, do all things without murmurings and disputing, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of power. What Yahweh shall say? Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. This is how we maneuver through this wicked world, man. That makes you a master at your craft, man, which is what? Feeding the flock. Verse 15 reads, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of power, without rebuke. Without rebuke. You constantly see videos from the apostles, all down to the elders, down to the other younger brothers, rebuking these different camps, man. Why? Because they going off, man. The Lord say that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of power, without rebuke, man. If you now you're gonna have some scoffers that do videos and rebuking for no reason because they don't understand. The real rebuke is going on when you going off and somebody get on you, man. Like you constantly see with Great Millstone. The Lord said we supposed to be without rebuke, man. When we out here in the world amongst these heathens, they ain't supposed to look at you and now they're gonna do it because that's just the spirit. But it's not because of how you teaching or how you speaking or how you present yourself when you out there, man. It said that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of power without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. The Lord gave us his law, statutes, and commandments, right? Deuteronomy chapter 4, and the nation said, what? Look at the Israelites. Look how they is. So the Lord gave us this so we'll shine amongst the heathens, man. They're supposed to look at us and say, yeah, I want to be like that. The same way how Jake look at Jordan or LeBron and Kobe And whoever else that's Jake that's in Hollywood and said, that's how I want to be when I grow up. I want to be like LeBron and Michael Jordan. That's how the other nations supposed to look at us, man. Right? This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. So you can do what? Feed the flock, man. This is Philippians chapter 1 and verse 5. It reads, it say, for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now, from the time you came into the truth all the way to now, even if you came in from another camp, whatever, man, from the time you came in until now, right now, today, Philippians 1 and 5, for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now, being confident of this very thing, that he which have begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, which is what? To give you the strength to endure unto the end, man. You see, it's not you that's going to make you endure to the end. It's Yahweh, man. By Hashem Yahweh Shah. But what he wants you to do is to pray to him that he put the strength in you to endure to the end, man. It's not us. The Lord already know who's gonna be at the end of the movie, who's gonna make it, man. He already know that. This is his movie. He done watched it. They watching the movie, man. We down here playing it out in real time. It's not us that's gonna make it to the end, man. It's the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. But he wants you to pray to him. He said our prayers are like a sweet savor in his nose, man. So he wants you to pray to him. Ask the Lord to strengthen you to endure to the end. Praying to the Lord that he increase your wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and that he take not his Holy Spirit away from you, man. This is what you should be praying about. It said, being confident of this very thing, that he which have begun a good work in you will perform it unto the day of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. You see, all we got to do is pray to the Lord and stay diligent in prayer, man. David prayed 7 times a day. Daniel prayed 3 times a day, man. Now this is show that prayers is key, man. Praying is key, man. This is 1 John chapter 5 and 14. And it reads, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. Did you hear that? Not according to our will, what we want. Again, this is 1 John 5 and 14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. What's according to the Lord's will? I just read it in Philippians 1. You praying to Yahweh Shema Shah, they increase your wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and that they strengthen you to endure to the end, man. Everything else will be added, man. It say, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. And if we know that he hear us, whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we desire of him, not our desire of earthly things, of him, which is what? The kingdom of heaven, man. Everlasting salvation, man. Making it out of here, which is most important on the first go round, man. On the first resurrection, man. Making it out of here, getting beaten into the chariots, man. It say, and if we know that he hear us, whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we desire of him to be saved, man. To be saved. Because these Christians love to scream out, they already saved. Nobody is saved. Jeremiah 8 and 20. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. This is Matthew 24 and 13. And it reads, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. This is his will, that you pray to Yahweh Shema Shah, to strengthen you in wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and to strengthen you in enduring to the end, man. To be saved, that you may sit with Yahweh, as it say in Luke 22 and 28 and 29, that you may sit with Yahweh and eat and drink in the kingdom of heaven, man, and be part of the council. When Yahweh say, today is council, the 144 gonna be there for council. You want to be a part of that, man. I always go into just being in the kingdom. Hey, that's everything, man. But to be part of the 144, sitting amongst Yahweh and King David, that's a whole nother feeling, man. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Studying to show yourself approved. Studying to show yourself approved unto power, man. This is Hebrews chapter 10. In verse 35, it reads, cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward. Hey, and the reward ain't even important, man. Salvation. Everything that come after that, it's the reward. We trying to get salvation, man. We trying to master on this side how to walk with all wisdom, man. That it said what? That we may have no murmurings or disputings, man. All wisdom, man. All the time. Moving how Yahweh did, man. Yahweh said he could have called down 12 legion of angels, right? He said if this was his kingdom, his servants would fight. Jake getting guns. They at the shooting range. They got vests. All these for what? This is not our kingdom, man. If Yahweh didn't do it, why are you thinking it? It's vainglory, man. The hopefully elect don't think like that. The elect wouldn't think like this, man. Yahweh wouldn't think like this. If he was on earth today, he wouldn't think about getting no guns and weapons, man. That's carnal minded, man. That's the old man. What I read, Romans 7. That's the old flesh. We putting on the new, man. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. Hebrews 10 and 35. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward, for ye have need of patience. And that's why the Lord is building us up with patience. That's why the Lord ain't snapped his fingers and we're in the kingdom of heaven, because we got to build our patience up, man. So when Jacob trouble hit, what is saying James 1? That ye let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be entirely wanting nothing, man. When you go in Wisdom of Solomon and Ecclesiasticus, man, talk about wisdom, putting on as a long robe, man, right? Putting your feet and your hands under her fetters of iron, man. And wisdom is going to guide you, man. Check that in Proverbs 11 and 3. It said integrity shall guide the upright, man. Integrity, which is what? The wisdom knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. It said, for ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of power, ye might receive the promise. This is verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. And what is saying, what is that? Wisdom of Solomon 2? Wisdom would not dwell in the malicious soul, man. Right? Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. This, this is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. This is Colossians 3 and 12. It reads, put ye on therefore as the elect of power. If you putting on every day of your life, from the time you came into the truth, like I read in Philippians 1, the time you came into this truth. Let's read that again to make this point. Philippians 1 and 5, it reads, for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day unto now, being confident in this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahushua Mashiach. Hey, if you endure and you look up and see Yahushua cracking the clouds, you know, hey, you made it, man. You made it. This is Colossians 3 and 12. Put on, therefore, as the elect of power, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, which was Yahushua, meekness, long suffering. We gotta wait. The long suffering is we gotta wait. That's why he said in James, let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be entirely want nothing. Because the Lord is long suffering, man. And you gotta wait patiently. That's why I tell you in Hebrews 12 and 1, the race that we running with patience, man. Put on, therefore, as the elect of power, holy, which is what? Separated, man. You different. You move different. You don't move like a Jake that's in the world, man. But putting on as the elect, this is the mind, like I read in 1 Peter 4 and 1, the same mind of Yahushua, man. Humble. And what elect gonna do? All you thinking about doing is feeding the sheep, man. All you thinking about doing is calling the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua 24/7, man. Feeding the sheep. Constantly trying to edify, man. Whether you know you're gonna get saved or not, man. Why? This is Luke 17 and 10. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, man. This is our lot. This should be your lot. It's supposed to be. Our habitation is righteousness, man. Our habitation is righteousness. That's it. So it don't even matter about getting a reward, man. It's about getting back to where we used to be at, man, which is all righteousness, man. Our habitation, man. Forget the rewards, man. You supposed to love doing this, not you gotta do it because this is how you get salvation. You want to do it because you want salvation. You supposed to love doing this, man. Period. This is who we are, man. We are the image of the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. You supposed to love doing this. Not you need to do it, not you want to do it, not you gotta do it. You supposed to love doing this because this is who we are, man. We are literally a walk. We supposed to be the walking King James 1611 Bible, man. That's who we supposed to be. That's who we are, man. This is our book, man. These are our customs. These are our laws. Everything in this book is us, man. You supposed to love doing this, man. Forget the rewards. This is who you are. Luke 17 and 10. It reads, so likewise, ye, when ye shall have done all those things which I commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. Because it's not of us. It's not of us. We are, it tell you in James 4, we just vapors, we just in loner bodies that appear for a little time and then vanisheth away, man. It's not us. I was reading this earlier. I should have wrote it down. The Lord say, if we don't cry out, he'll make the stones do it, man. If the men that the Lord set up to go push the gospel, whether you know you be called or not, I mean you chosen or not, if they don't cry out, he'll make stones do it, man. The Lord don't need us to push the message, man. So likewise, ye, when ye shall have Luke 17 and 10, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded. Luke 14 and 16, what he say? Go to the highways and hedges, to the streets and lanes, right? When ye shall have done all those things which I commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which is our duty to do. Not you want to do it, not you need to do it, not you got to do it. This is your duty. This is who we are, man. This is our book, man. Right. Romans 12 and 1, the brother put up. This is our reasonable service. It's your duty, man. You're supposed to be doing this. Period. You're supposed to love this because this is our habitation, man. I gotta read it now. Just Deuteronomy 4 and read the point. This Deuteronomy, like it within Judges. This Deuteronomy 4 to read the point. It's Deuteronomy 4 and matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord Yahweh power of your fathers give you. You shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish out from it, that you may keep the commandments of the Lord Yahweh your power, which I command you. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that follow Baal Peor, the Lord Yahweh thy power hath destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord Yahweh your power are alive, every one of you, this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it or not. And we ain't possessing nothing right now, but we still supposed to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, right? Rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who have power so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day? No other nation have this, man. You see, this is Leviticus 26 and 46. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord Yahweh made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. Now I got to find this real quick. Let me pull this up. So lock it. I got to find this. This is Psalms 33 and 12. Listen to this. Because it said in Deuteronomy, it said, what nation is there that have these laws, statutes, and judgments outside of you? None, man. None. So this is Psalms 33 and 12. It reads, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he have chosen for his own inheritance. The Lord Yahweh looking from heaven, he beholdeth all the sons of men. From the place of his habitation, he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashioned their hearts alike. Who? The Israelites. He considered all their works. There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. A horse is an horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. The point is, verse 12, blessed is the nation whose power is the Lord, and the people whom he have chosen for his own inheritance. Now it's another, let's say, blessed be the people who matter of fact, say blessed is the people who has the God of Jacob, right? Matter of fact, Salakia. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. This is Psalms 146 and 5. You see, man? Psalm 146 and 5. It reads, happy is he that have the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord Yahweh, his power. You see? So the one in Psalm 33 and 12 say, blessed is that nation that have, man, I got to read this again. Deuteronomy, let's read it again, the point. Deuteronomy 4 in verse 6. It say, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, all said the other 17 heathen nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who have the power so nigh to him, as the Lord Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Now, Psalms 33 and 12, it say, what nation? That's single, right? Psalm 33 and 12, blessed is the nation, not with an S, blessed is the nation, man. Because you 12 tribes, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians are the chosen nation, are the apple of Yahweh's eye, man. Blessed is a nation whose power, whose God is the Lord Yahweh, and the people whom he have chosen for his own inheritance. Okay? Now this is the one in Psalms 146 and 5. See, that went deep and said, blessed is the nation, okay, whose power is the Lord Yahweh, right? This go into more detail. Psalm 146 and 5. Happy is he that have the God of Jacob. See, you got a person that can say, oh, that said nation. It could be talking about any nation. Well, this is more clarification right here. Happy is he that have the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord Yahweh, his God, which made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is therein, and all that is therein is, which keepeth the truth forever, man. You see, this is mastering the will of Yahweh Shem Shah. Why? Because you was already chosen. Hey, everybody, brothers are called. Nobody know who's chosen. But the Lord gave you mercy to do so, man. The Lord gave us the mercy, man. This is Psalms 64 and 5. So like it's Psalm 65 and 4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest. Who? Who Yahweh chose. Who Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah chose. Because it tell you in John 6 and 44, Yahweh Shah said, no man can come to me except the Father withdraw him, and I will raise him up in the last day. Right? So blessed is the man whom thou choosest, and causeth to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts. What courts? Among the 144,000 first and foremost, which is well in the council of Yahweh Shema Shah in the kingdom of heaven, man. We shall be satisfied with thy goodness of thy house. What house? The tabernacle of David that is fallen, which is being built, even of thy holy temple, right? What's the holy temple of the Lord? What is the holy temple of Yahweh Shema Shah? This is 1 Peter 2 and 5. And it reads, ye also as lively stones are built up a what? Spiritual house and holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to power by Yahweh Shah Mashiach. The brother got it right here, which is what? Our reasonable service. We are a spiritual temple, Lord willing. We are part of those men. This is a spiritual house, man. In his likeness, Yahshua, Romans 12 and 1, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of power, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, which is separate, severed, acceptable unto power, which is your reasonable service. You see, This is our reasonable service, man. We are the temple of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Yahweh Shai told him, the kingdom of heaven come not with observation, it's within you. Now, as Apostle Hall say, the Lord got to activate you, and you get activated, you become what? Ye also as lively stones, a spiritual brick to the spiritual temple, are built up a spiritual house, man. The holy temple, Yahweh Shem Shai, is the elect of Israel, man. The 144, first and foremost, which is all men. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Putting on, therefore, as the elect and do the work, man. Now, I went on a little precept rant there, but we got the point. So back to these precepts that I had. It's all edification. Because this is about mastering the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. And it reads, trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path, man. The moment you start thinking on your own, there's a problem. You is not mastering the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. Now, as everybody, all the brothers, starting with the apostle, great millstone, everybody, starting with the apostles on to the elders, down to the younger foot soldier, the younger brothers, same message, man. I just read Proverbs 3 and 5 and say, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not to your own understanding. The moment you do that, this is not you mastering the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the word might seem like it's some big guru word, but it's not, man. It's the simpleness of teaching the word, man. The Lord say the foolishness of preaching. That's it, man. That's the mastering of Yahweh Shem Shai. This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 8. He, therefore, that despiseth not man. You ain't despising us. You come up to camp, want to scoff. You come on the comment, boy, you want to scoff. You're not despising us. We don't care. We're just messengers. That's it. We don't care if you scoff. Go ahead. It's the Lord that increase you or not. He, therefore, that despiseth not man, but Yahweh Shem Shai, who have also given unto us his Holy Spirit. So he therefore that despiseth not man, but Yahweh Shem Shai. You ain't despising our words. These are the words of the Lord, man. We just bringing them out correctly, man, in order, decently and in order, precept upon precept. You don't want to listen to it? Okay, cool. But it's the words of the Lord, man. So you ain't despising us, you despising the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And as the scriptures say, every idle word that you speak, you got to give account for that, man. This is John chapter 4. Now, as I read 2 Timothy 2 and 15, say, study to show thyself approved. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, because you have to feed the sheep, man. It's about feeding the sheep, man. This is John chapter 4 and 38. It reads, I sent you to reap that whereon you bestowed no labor. Other men labor, and ye are entered into their labors. You see, as our Proverbs 16 and 33 say, the lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposal thereof is of the Lord. So your lot, if the Lord gave you the lot to come back, it's again, John 4 and 38. I sent you to reap that whereon you bestowed no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors. Right? Reincarnation, man. What did the Lord tell Daniel? Set up the book until the end, right? He had to come back in the end and prophesy again. What did he tell John the Revelator in Revelation chapter 10? You got to come back again and prophesy before many nations, tongues, and kingdoms, man. Right? Reincarnation, man. Again, John 4 and 38. I sent you to reap that whereon you bestowed no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors. Okay? What is this talking about? This is 1 Corinthians 14. 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. Matter of fact, 31. It reads, for ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn, and all may be comforted. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. You see? So in John 4:38, when it said, I sent you to reap that whereon you bestowed no labor, other men labored and you are entered into their labors. Why? Because the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. You gotta study to show yourself approved. As Ezekiel say, you gotta eat the roll, man. You have to eat the roll so you can go wake up the lost sheep, man. It's the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. So, as it said in 1 Thessalonians 4 and 8, you ain't despising us, man. You despise the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. This is Matthew 22. It's Matthew 22 and 2. The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son. So like it, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. But they made light of it and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, be it to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment, which is what? The wisdom not to understand it, right? Which is going to be the stability of our times. And he said unto him, friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. So, what is this saying? How did you creep in unawares? That's what it's saying. How did you creep in here unawares with no garment on? Then said the king to the servants, bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen. You don't know. You don't know, man. So that was talking about a guy that crept in, man. He crept in to do what? To spy out the liberties, man. Now this is Luke. That pointed at you're supposed to do what? Go to the highways, man. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Teaching. Simple word, teaching. Eating the roll and teaching. This is Luke 14 and 16. And it reads, Luke 14 and 16. Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many. This is just the same account in different, it's just written different, man. A certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. The kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. We see the prophecies playing out, man. And they, with all, and they all with one consent begin to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must need go and see it. Because then the other one said he had a farm, and he went to go to his place. I prayed he had me excused. Another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I prayed thee had me excused. And in the other precept in Matthew 22, the Lord say he have killed his oxen and his fatlings. But this guy saying, I have both 5 yoke of oxen. I go to prove them. Yahweh said in Matthew 22, I got the best oxen. You don't want to come to this supper? Okay. And I go to prove them. I prayed he had me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. And a lot of these jakes lead the truth for women, man. But it tell you in First Ezra 4:26 that men have run out of their wits for women, man. Right? Have erred from the faith for women, man, and became their servants. So that just it is what it is. Verse 21. A lot of women, when you come into the truth, they don't want you. Like the one brother that was with us, he was like, you know, before he came into the truth, he ain't used to date him and his real. I used to do much on Saturday. But the moment he came into the truth and started going to camp every Saturday, she wanted to go do stuff, man. It's saying another said, I have married a wife and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and the lanes of the city, not to a building, not to a nice building with the what is it called, the glass stained windows with the cross in it, with Jesus Christos on it, right? Go out into the streets and the lanes of the city and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. Whose is these? Confirming the weak hand, as it said in Isaiah 35:3, strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees, man. These are the ones that's looking for the truth, man. As Solomon said in Son of Solomon 3, he went about the city, and the watchman of the city found him. How? Because he heard the words of the Lord, man. The Lord said in John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice, I know them, and they follow me. He said, and the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded me, and yet there is room. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in. Compel, meaning to persuade people. To persuade them with what? Not with lies, with the truth, man. If you do this, if you do the Lord say, you compelling them, if you do the Lord say, there's something laid up for you, man. Even though we ain't looking for no reward. To me, salvation is the reward, man. All the wickedness we were doing in our lives, I did in my life, salvation is my reward, man. Lord willing. It said, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Now he said first, go into the streets and the lanes. Now he's saying go into the highways and hedges. That's the alleyways, the cracks, the cuts. This is the Lord covering everywhere where we are scattered at, man. And when it say in Proverbs 1, go to the chief place of the city, man, to the concourse, man. That's the main part. Whatever state you stay in, the main part of your city is downtown, man. Everybody is there, man. That's where everybody at. All 18 nations be downtown, man. Every Saturday night when we downtown Babylon, Orlando, all 18 nations is down there, man. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled, man. Streets and lanes, highways and hedges, man. That's everywhere. Let's get this real quick. Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city, she utter her words. That's the highways and hedges, the streets and lanes. And when you read in what's that, Ezekiel 13 and 5, it said they have not gone up into the gaps. Let me double check that. Ezekiel 13 and 5, right? It say Ezekiel 13 and 4, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. So you got the gaps, the streets, the lanes, the hedges, the highways. That's everywhere, man. That's the Yahweh Shema Shai covered you Jakes everywhere. And it's camps in all five of these places: streets, lanes, highways, hedges, and gaps. They everywhere, man. You can't miss them. What Yahweh Shai said, this is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. This is John 15 and 22. You can't escape the words of the Lord, man. This is what Yahweh Shai said. John 15 and 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned. But now they have no cloak for their sin. You see? They have no cloak for their sin, man. Because what the Lord say? Hey, they're in the marketplace piping into you, but you ain't dancing because you don't like the song. So, but the message is out, man. It's there. This is oh, let me get this fucking Malacca precepts. This is Second Ezra. Is it 7? I think it's, let's see. Second Ezra. The Second Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 60. And it read, matter of fact, let's read 59. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose the life that thou mayest live, right? Which I read in Deuteronomy chapter 4. Nevertheless, they believed not him. You see that? They didn't believe Moses. Nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which has spoken unto them. You see this? Second Ezra 7 and 59. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose the life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken unto them. It said, Ezra said they ain't believe Moses, right? Let's listen to what Yahweh Shai say. This is John 5 and 46. It reads, this is what Yahweh Shai say. For had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words? These wacky ass plantation Christians in these harlot houses do not believe this Bible, man, at all. And these devils use the Bible for a covering. They follow the Talmud, man. Christianity and this King James 1611 Bible has nothing to do with your religion, man. It have nothing to do with world's religion. Christianity and the Bible don't go together, man, at all. Period. They don't believe in the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. They believe what their father have taught them, man, which is nothing but lies and deceit. Smooth things, man. So back in Second Ezra 7 and 61, which is my point, they therefore should not be such in heaviness. Let's read again. Nevertheless, they believe not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken unto them, that there shall not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. My point I'm reading this because in Luke 14 and 23, the Lord said, go to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in that my house may be filled. Compel means to persuade with truth. Again, 2 Ezra 7 and 61, that there shall not be such heaviness in their destruction as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation, man. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, persuading Jake to come into this truth, man, which is not us. It's Yahweh Shema Shah, man. This is 2 Corinthians, the precept from that precept, 2 Corinthians 5 and 11. And it reads, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto power, that our trust also are made manifest in your conscience. Our job is to persuade men and women to come in that the Lord house may be filled, man. Now this is 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. This is Mastering the Will Yahweh Shema Shah. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. That's around the clock, 24/7. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. The brother did a video last night on this guy. I said, I'm not even gonna waste my time on this guy. There's some guy talking about how the Negro, Latino, Native Americans said they're the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, right? I'm sure y'all probably seen it. I said, I can't even listen to no more of that madness, man. So if we ain't the Hebrew Israelites, if so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians are not the Hebrew Israelites, who are we? Who are we? African Americans? Who the hell are we, man? Show you the separation. Hey, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, man. I thought about doing a lesson on this guy, but I'm not gonna waste my time, man. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth. And that's what he's doing. Because he asked the congregation, who are the Haitians supposed to be? And somebody in the congregation said the Levites. He's like, yeah, right, the Levites. So it's saying they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. And the Lord is pushing this every day. And we get examples more and more. And this guy look like a Jake. And it said, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist. This is the point of mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. Make full proof of thy ministry. Make full proof of thy ministry. When you become foolproof, the Lord say you cannot be confounded, man. When you make full proof of thy ministry. Make full proof of thy ministry. This is as a matter of fact, let's get that. The Lord said, make full proof of thy ministry, right? The 2 Timothy 3 and 16, all scripture is given by inspiration of power and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of power may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Thoroughly furnished meaning what? You full of righteousness, man, when it come to teaching, man. Wholeheartedly on point, man. No ifs and buts about it, man. Hebrews 6:9 say things that accompany salvation, man. Hey, all that going back and forth about things that doesn't matter, as the scriptures say, right? Disputings and murmurings vain, but it say, but shun profane and vain babblings, man. Right? Hey, ain't nobody going back and forth with you on that, man. Making full proof of thy ministry, man. This is Second Timothy 3 and 10. It say, but thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, all these things. It say, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra, which persecutions I endured, but out of them all the Lord, Yahweh Shema shall delivered me. Listen, man, full proof of thy ministry, man. Make full proof of thy ministry. Do what? Studying and show yourself approved, that you may be thoroughly furnished. When you get a crib, house, or apartment, what do? You put furniture in it, man, right? Be thoroughly furnished with this truth, man. Studying to show thyself approved. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, man, which is just teaching. Simple as just teaching, man. Diligently, wholehearted, sincerely. This is Matthew chapter 11 and 25. And it reads, at that time, Yahweh Shah answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent and has revealed them unto babes. See, so this demon guy, I might do a lesson on this guy. I'm still thinking about it. I said I wasn't going to bother it though. Again, Matthew 11:25. At that time, Yahweh shall answer and say, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent and has revealed them unto babes, man. You see? So they'll never understand, man. They'll never get it. As Isaiah asked the Lord, how long should they be like this? Seeing they see not and hearing they hear not. In Isaiah 69. The Lord said, till the earth be destroyed, man. Because their lot is to be a two-thirds scoffer, man. That's two-thirds lot, man. Some of them is two-thirds killers. Some of them is two-thirds scoffers, man. Some of them is two-thirds deceiving pastors, man. That's their lot. Some of them just two-thirds just follow the pastor till they be destroyed, man. Which gonna be grievous deaths. Teeth of wild beasts, right? Some got a name, got a missile with their name on it. Some gonna get raped and destroyed. Some gonna be eating, man. It's gonna be famine out here. They're just a lot, man. So it is what it is, man. And this is Hebrews chapter 10 and 31. 10 and 30. I'm gonna read. And it reads, for we know him that hath said, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, but call to remembrance the former days in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of affliction, man. The real illuminated ones on the planet is the Israelites, man. On this side, the 144,000, whomever they are, man. The hopefully elect is the illuminated ones, man. The real illuminated ones, the real light bearers, man. The ones that have the truth. Because when you read in Philippians 2, this proves who the real light bearers are. It's Philippians 2 and 13. For it is power which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputing, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of power, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, which is ruled by who? Esau Edom, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Right? As a matter of fact, let's look over this word lights in the blue letter in Philippians 2. Because the real illuminated ones are the hopeful elect, man. So let's look up this word in Philippians 2. Let's look this up. Let's see what it says for lights. Philippians 2 and 15. We're going to look at the word shine too. So this is the word for lights. I already knew it. I already knew it. Listen.
Strong's G 5458. Foster.
It say that which gives light, an illuminator. You see? An illuminator of the stars, sun, and moon, light, brightness. It's an illuminator, a strong definition say illuminator, a luminary, or say or abstractly brilliancy and light. That's beautiful, man. Illuminator, man. We are the real Illuminati, man. We are the real illuminated ones, man. Now let's look up the word shine. It say ye shine as lights in the world. Let's look up this word shine. Hey, call all y'all about your mama shy, man, to be a part of this, man. How long? I don't know. But I pray that the Lord strengthen me to endure to the end. This is the word for shine.
Strong's G 5316. Final.
It said to bring forth into the light. To bring forth into the light. What we supposed to be doing? Galatians 6 and 1. Ye that are spiritual, restore such a one, right? To bring forth into the light. That's cold. To shine, shed light. What light? The truth that have been here for ages, but not having made manifest. What that? 2 Ezra 6 and 27. The truth. Second Corinthians 10 and 5. We're breaking down 2 Corinthians 10, 4 and 5, breaking down the strongholds, casting down all the imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shah. That's what this truth is. We the real illuminated ones, man. To bring forth into the light. That's cold, man. To shine, shed light, to shine, be bright, or let's say resplendent, to become evident, to be brought forth into the light, come to view, appear, of growing vegetation to come to light, to appear, be seen, exposed to view, to meet the eyes, strike the sight, become clear or manifest, to appear to the mind of what? Put you in remembrance, man. It said to appear to the mind, which is putting you in remembrance, seem to one's judgment or opinion. Strong definition say appear. No, strong definition say literally or figuratively appear, seen, to be seen, shine, think. It's cold, man. That's cold. So let's read this again. That's cold. Hebrews 10 and 32. It reads, but call to remembrance the former days. When? That's what the Lord said in Job 8 and 8. Search out thy fathers, man. Right? The righteous ones, man. Right? Noah, Daniel, Job, right? Isaiah, Jeremiah. It said, but call to remembrance the former days in which, after you were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of affliction. After you were illuminated, meaning the Lord brought you back into the truth. Right? What's the other one? This is Baruch 4 and 6, if I ain't mistaken. No, Baruch 4 and 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Of what? Of what? Your habitation. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. The truth. This is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. That you may, it say, walk in the light that ye may be illuminated. Hey, man, this is cold, man. Matthew 5 in verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it on a bushel, but on a candlestick, and giveth light unto all that are in the house. It say to bring them forth to the light, man. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven, man. Call out Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Beautiful, man. And shalom on everybody on the comment board. Yahweh Shema Shah, Baraka Thumb to the Akim Atwa. The water for tuning in. This is in his likeness, Yashala. Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Oh, beautiful. Which go back to Matthew 22. Matthew 22, reading the point. Yahushua said, Matthew 22 and 11. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. What did it say? Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments. What does this mean? Keep your hand on the plow until Yahweh shall crack the clouds, man. Least he walk naked and they see his shame. Now, I brought it out earlier. Read again, Philippians 1. It say, Philippians 1 and 5, for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now, from the time you came into the truth until now. Be confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it unto the day of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. That's what Revelation 16 and 15 is saying. Let's read again. In his lightning Yahshua, Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth from the day the Lord brought you into this, and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. You see, Luke 9:62, man. No man that have put his hand on the plow and look back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven, man. That's what the Lord's saying. Hey, that's beautiful, bro. The water for that precept, Bob. Could they go right into that Philippians 1, 5, and 6, man, until the day that he brought you in, until they say until the coming. Philippians 1 and 6 say, until the day of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. So if the Lord put the spirit in you to endure to the end, and you see them clouds crack with Yahweh Shah, and those angels coming back as birds flying, you made it, man. Oh, let's read this. Hebrews 12 and 1. There's a lot of people on the planet. They're talking about nobody know who wrote the book of Hebrews. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hebrews 12 and 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us. Man, you can, just by the reading this, you know who wrote this, man. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sins which do so easily beset us. That's why I tell you what that's 2 Ezra 14, right? Put off now the weak nature. And this is precept on precept, man. Hebrews 12 and 1 go exactly with 2 Ezra 14, 13 through 16, man. Same thing, man. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight, put off the weak nature, and the sin which do so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. All we gotta do is pray Yahweh Shema Shah to increase our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and that he take not his Holy Spirit away from us and strengthen us to endure to the end, man. Everything else falls in line, man. This is in his likeness, Yashala, John 15 and 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit. It's ordained. That is predestinated, man. Whomever they are, they was already activated from the beginning, man. We all had to fall away, like it says, Second Thessalonians. That's why the apostles, the apostle Peter and them asked the Lord in Acts 1 and 6, was he about that time to restore the kingdom of heaven to Israel? He told me it's not for them to know at that time. The Lord had put it in his power. But you must go and preach the gospel on this side of the world and on the other side of the world. So you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you shall go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit shall remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. And what we asking the Lord for? To increase our wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man, on all levels of Hebrews 6 and 9, things that accomplish salvation, and to strengthen us to endure to the end, man, and keep us from the sad perils that's about to come down like uh rain, man, soon, when these devils come in like a flood. This is Kazak Ben Yahweh. Ecclesiastes 19:18. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the first step to being accepted of him, and wisdom obtaining his love. Verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruits of the tree of immortality, man. And you can read that in Revelation 22, man. When the curses shall be gone, man. And it said the tree shall bear 12 manners of fruits, and the leaves shall be for the healing of the nations. Because they got to come to Israel for everything. This is verse 20, Ecclesiastes 19 and 20. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency, man. You see, that's the mastering of the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. This is Chazak Ben Yahweh, Hebrews 11:6. And this is less now I'm finna do, Lord willing. If I can get to it, Lord willing. Well, I ain't gonna say if, because I know I'm gonna get to it. Lord willing, though. The lesson I was gonna do is fear and faith. Chazak Ben Yahweh, Hebrews 11:6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to power must believe that he is his name Yahweh in the New Testament, right there. He is. And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. That's the name Yahweh in the New Testament, man. And it's like in Yashala, 1 Corinthians 9 and 10. It say, or say of he, get all together for our sakes, no doubt, this is written that he that ploweth should plow in hope, and that he that thresheth in hope should be partaker of his hope. That's beautiful. You see? Oh, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 6, I think. Let's see. Yep. Ecclesiastes 6 and 19. It say, I'm gonna start at 18. My son, gather instruction from thy youth up, so shalt thou find wisdom till thy old age. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth. So let me read this again from the brother. 1 Corinthians 9 and 10. It say, let me pull it up. Let me see. I need to read some of that. Let me see. Okay, it say 1 Corinthians 9 and 10, or say of he it altogether for our sakes, no doubt, this is written, that he that ploweth shall plow in hope, and that he that thresheth in hope should be partakers of his hope. If we have sown unto your spirit things, it is a great thing if we shall reap your carnal things. Hey, because a labor is worthy of his labor, worthy of his wages. A laborer is worthy of his wages. So, Ecclesiastes 6 and 18, my son, gather instruction from thy youth up, so shalt thou find wisdom to thy old age. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. She is very unpleasant to be she is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. You see that? This is verse 27. Seek and search, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast gotten hold of her, let her not go. For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory. For there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are purple lace. Thou shalt put her on as a robe of honor, and shalt put her about thee as a crown of joy. What is this? Wisdom. Wisdom, man. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. This is Kazak Bunyahada, Proverbs 4 and 1. It reads, hear ye children the instruction of the Father, and attend to know understanding, for I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. Verse 5 say, get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Right. Yeah. Hey, so Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready can accept it or not. Oh, I gotta read this. In the sense of salutation to all the occupant, pushing the truth and believing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, we can know the whole elect. And shalom to the outwalk who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. This is Kazak Ben Yehuda. It's another one of my favorite precepts. Top 5. Revelation 2 and 4. Hey, this is mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, which is what? Teaching. Our habitation, our first love. Revelation 2 and 4. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because when you read in Isaiah 54, the Lord say, for a moment how he forsaken us, right? Matter of fact, make the point. Got to make the point. It's Isaiah 54 and 5. Man, this stuff keep popping up, man. It's Isaiah 54 and 5. For thy maker is thy husband, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the power of the whole earth shall he be called. For the Lord have called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith thy power. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. Right? So for a small moment, he forsaken us. So it's Revelation 2 and 4. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. He said, I have somewhat against thee. But it's mercies, man. Remember, therefore, from whence thou art fallen, which is who? The sons of God, and repent, which is the Israelite, the men. It say, remember, therefore, from whence thou art fallen, and repent, and do the first works, which is what? Our love, our habitation, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent, man. That's mastering the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Brother put up another fire one. I got to read this. Ecclesiastes 8:1. That's another fire precept. Who is as the wise man? And who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? I got a precept for that. Man, you done turn me back on, man. I'm going to be 2 hours on here. Because I bring you Howard, Ecclesiastes 8:1. Who is as the wise man? And who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. So I want to get a precept. I'm gonna close out on this because if I don't, y'all brother gonna have me going all day, man. For real, for real. So the point of Ecclesiastes 8:1, who is as a wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? Who? Them that are drawn from the milk and weaned from the breast, man. Isaiah 28:9, right? This is Proverbs. Man, brother done turn me on. Hey, but the Lord said don't quench the spirit though. Proverbs 1:5, right? They say who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? This Proverbs 1, fire me back up. Proverbs 1:5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. How do you increase in learning? The Lord gave us leisure time. What is that? Ecclesiastes 38:24. It say a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. So in this verse, it say who knoweth the interpretation of a thing. Here we go. Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets, man. Ecclesiastes 1:14, it was given to the faithful in the womb. The brother, and it's like the Yashala put up, John 15:16. The elect were ordained to understand the interpretation of a thing, man. So that's why we can't get mad at these plantation Christians, man, because they don't know. And the Lord ain't gonna give it to them, man. I don't know. I'm talking about the 2/3. They ain't gonna get it. Because the Lord can snap his fingers and wake up anybody. So we know the 2/3 ain't gonna get it. Let me say it like that. They ain't gonna get it, man. It's not for them to know the interpretation of these dark sayings and parables, similitudes and allegories, man. It's not for them, man. Right? So 2 precepts I gotta go. I gotta read them. I'm gonna get out of here, man. It's Isaiah 28:9. Whom shall he make to understand? Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? I wrote this out yesterday. Who shall he make to understand these things, man? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, right? This is 1 Peter 2:2. It reads, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. You see? If so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious. So the Lord, hey, it was given to the faith in the womb, man. It was ordained. You was ordained to get it, man. Talking to the hopefully the elect, whomever they are, man. The elect was ordained this from the beginning, man. The Lord just took it from us for a while, man. But he gave it back to us. Lord willing, we be of that number, man, of the elect number, man. Hey, the water for that out, fire, man. Fire. Fire. This is Isaiah 8:16. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. He telling who to do this? The angels, man. Yahweh Shema Shai. Hey, through Yahweh Shai, the angels, man. We said set them. When he tell the angels in Ezekiel 9, set a mark upon them, right? That sign cry. So back in Isaiah again, Kazak Ben Yahweh, Isaiah 8:16, bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples, and I will wait upon the Lord Yahweh that hide his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel from the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion. It says signs, right? What's these signs? The men standing on the highways and hedges, man. Right? What is that? Wisdom of Solomon 5, standing in great boldness, right? Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set up watchmen that shall never hold their peace day and night, right? Psalms 19 and 2, right? They word go out to the end of the world. It's also in Romans 10 and 18. Those that stand in great boldness on the highways and hedges and on the unicorn. These are the signs. This is the banner. When Yahweh said in Isaiah 13, lift up your banner, right? Shake the hand of them that they may go into the gates of the nobles. What's the sign? What's the banner? You Israelites, man. Come home, man. Come home, man. We are the chosen people of the Lord, man. This is your book. These are your customs. The Lord set up for you, man, to make you separate from the other nations, man. This is the sign, man. These are the wonders. The same way how the Lord said these signs and wonders that the nation is going to hiss and be astonished at us and call us proverbs and bywords. Now, it's that same wonder and sign righteously, man, that we are those people, man. Hosea 1 and 10, where it was said to them, you are not my people. There it shall be said, you are the sons of the living power, man. These are the wonders and signs. Like, these are the people of the Lord? Yeah, us. So-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, man. Us, man. Because I bring you Howard, Joshua 24 and 14. I'm already at 2 hours. I'm finna run it out. Whatever. Now, therefore, fear the Lord Yahweh and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord Yahweh, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. This is Kazak Ben Yahweh, Luke 15 and 7. Say unto you that likewise joy be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth more than. I was just reading this too. That's cold. I was just in Luke 15 and 5 before I started this lesson. It say, say unto you that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth more than over 99 just persons which need no repentance, man. Because I bring you Howder. This is John 6 and 30, John 6 and 63. In the spirit, that's what I wanted to get. The water for that too. You just made me think about precept. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. You just made me think about the precept too. The water. This is Matthew 26 and 41. Same difference. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. You see? Same difference as it said right here in John 6 and 33. John 6 and 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Hey, so watch and pray, man, because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And I started with that about this lesson, man. Going to Romans 7. Hey, because the spirit, man, spirit want to get out of here, but the flesh want to stay here, man. This is Zabon Yahala put Ezekiel 44 and 23. And they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and profane, and cause them to discern between the unclean and the clean, man. And this is what the hopeful elect is doing, man. Start with the apostles of Great Millstone. Because I bring you how Ecclesiastes 39:7. He shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and in his secrets shall he meditate. Right, man? Who are they talking about? The righteous, man. The hopeful elect. Verse 8. He shall show forth that which he have learned, and shall glory in the law of the covenant of the Lord Yahweh. Right, man. Beautiful. This is Ecclesiastes 5, I think. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 10. It reads, Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. You see? So you got, and we supposed to study, show ourselves approved, so we can give answer, man, according to the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shah. Yeah, man. Hey, so yeah, fire precepts, man. Hey, so Lord, I'm gonna end it right there, man. Lord was edifying. We give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shema Shah, Bashim, Rikakwadash, Barakathum. While for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Hey, the water for all the precepts, man. As usual. The water for all the precepts, man. Hey, may Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Till the next time, I say Shalom. To the document I walk from the comment board. And why a Bible ball. Hey, the water for tuning in, man.